Hi, good afternoon. This is Elena Tregup. I'm head of NACO, the Independent Defense Anti-Corruption Commission, Ukrainian civil society activist, and this video is for our Indian neutral friends. I speak a lot to Indian TV, and I hope that some of Indians will be able to see this video and comment on it. So my question to you is, when does India stop being neutral? I do not understand India's position genuinely. I am talking about the latest UN resolution, which condemned Russian annexation of Ukrainian territory and recognized it as illegal, where India abstained. And India was one of the two global powers, together with China, that abstained. Yet India has huge responsibility here because, first of all, India is part of their democratic world. Second, India is non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, and as you know, the founding principles of United Nations is that countries should respect each other's territorial integrity and should not invade and annex each other. Then the third aspect is that India is a part of the nuclear club, and countries in the nuclear club have obligation actually to react when a nuclear country like Russia is threatening with nuclear weapon to a non-nuclear country like Ukraine, who is trying to defend itself from Russian invasion. Yet India is not doing any of that. And here I don't understand why. There is a moral argument that Ukraine is a small, peaceful nation comparing to Russia, and Imperial Russia with nuclear weapons decided to invade Ukraine to take away its territory and kill Ukrainian people. And when Ukraine is defending itself, Russia threatens to use nuclear weapon against Ukraine. And this is happening after Ukraine gave up its nuclear arsenal in the 90s in exchange for security guarantees from whom? From Russia, United States, Great Britain, and also later China and France joined that. But essentially, what is happening, it's just very, very brutal and unfair and unjust. Russia is openly committing terrorism on Ukrainian soil. President Putin on Monday said openly that those missile attacks, they are targeting, for example, energy infrastructure, because they want to knock down Ukrainian electricity, heating, running water, so that people die out of cold in Ukraine in winter. They are targeting civilians. We know all of that, and Russia is not even denying this at this point. Yet India is not reacting on that. So that's the moral argument. But even if some Indians don't buy the moral argument and they say that rationally it's good for India to be friends with Russia because in history we had always good relations, it's good for our security, it's good for our economic interest, I don't think so. Because Russia is a suicidal nation which is going to lose this war. And Russia will be held accountable for the genocide, for terrorism, for war crimes. And all countries that stood up with Russia will be hit by this cooperation with the Russian Federation later on. You know, it's always good to be on the winning side. And here India chose the losing side. And this failure will mean everything, not just in terms of like security and image in the world, but also in terms of economy. And this I don't understand. Therefore, I ask my Indian friends, so they explain why India still stands with Russia. I do understand that many of you individually support Ukraine. I know that India provides some humanitarian assistance, but yet I claim that India stands with Russia right now. And my question, what do you do about it? And do you think it will change anytime soon? And what has to happen that India chooses peace, not war? Because currently India stands for war, essentially, by standing for Russia.